The Lord wanted me to take the ending of the service just a little different, not the personal implications, because there's another implication. There's kind of a bigger meta narrative that happens in the story. And I think it's what's for Propel Church. And just moving forward into 2018, Propel. I've talked with Jathan a lot over the last few years, and there's been just this kind of walking alongside of Desert Springs, and it's just all your own church, and you've kind of come out from under the covering, and now you're your own church, and it's an amazing story. But you guys have had a Nehemiah-like experience. It's had a calling, but for a time, Propel was a cupbearer to another leader, and that was fine. And that was good, and that was right, and that was healthy. And there's an old spiritual principle I learned in my first weeks in ministry. I remember it so clearly. I had an old ministry sage say to me, God will never see you successful in your own ministry until you serve faithfully in someone else's. That's what this church has done for years. They've served other people's vision faithfully. And I would just say, because you didn't get out ahead of yourselves, and because this church was faithful to serve another vision, it's now in a place to fulfill its own vision. This church has a calling on it. There's a mantle of leadership on it. Its best days are in front of it. Propel is the future. It's where this place is going. When I got here, I've never actually been early enough to Maricopa, because I usually come with my parents, and they're a little late typically. But I drove, and so we were early. So I just drove through the town a little bit and just kind of seeing what was there. And it's an amazing city. This church should and could explode. Because now you guys have been faithful. Now you guys get to be faithful to the vision God's given you. And I would just encourage you to keep on that. I believe 2017 was about securing and establishing a new foundation, and 2018 will be about growing on that foundation. Growth is going to happen here. Not just numbers, but the depth of this. I've sat with Jathan, I've sat with Julie enough to know that it's not just going to be the depth or the breadth of numbers. It's also going to be the depth of spiritual growth. It's going to be both. It's not going to be either one. I really believe this. I felt this in my spirit. Missionaries are going to be sent from here. Now, not just financially supporting missionaries. That's important. We need to do that. But I believe missionaries are going to rise up out of this congregation. They're going to be sent to go places. Leaders who will be called of God to build the kingdom will emerge from this place. Even this rented facility, it's a great facility, but this is not going to be the permanent home. This will not be the permanent home for Propel. It's going to be somewhere else. If you stay under the Lord's authority, if you take big, hairy, scary, giant leaps of faith, if you commit to unity as a body, all of this is going to happen for this church. And I would just encourage you to move forward in faith, move forward in love, move forward in unity, but do things that scare the pants off you this year and just see what God does.